Memories filling up my mind and I can't seem to push him back. These times invade my mind and I just can't let it go. How did I lose the way through the things that really matter? These complications spin my mind, but I know I gotta keep pushing through. Yeah, I keep doing my own thing. Yeah, never looking back again. I can get it, I can make it, yeah, I know it, and I'm never looking back again. Yeah, never looking back again. I can get it, I can make it, yeah, I know it, and I'm never looking back again. Memories filling up my mind and I can't seem to push him back. These times invade my mind and I just can't let it go. How did I lose the way through the things that really matter? These complications spin my mind, but I know I gotta keep pushing through. Yeah, I keep doing my own thing. Yeah, never looking back again. I can get it, I can make it, yeah, I know it, and I'm never looking back again. Yeah, never looking back again. I can get it, I can make it, yeah, I know it, and I'm never looking back again.
What's up, watch people? Hey, OC with you on the original OC channel. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. We have an hour and a half left of the 4th of July. Thought I would pop on, do a quick stream, and see what everybody was up to. Hopefully, you had an amazing day. Hopefully, the weather was great wherever you are. You're able to celebrate the holiday with friends or family, and some good food and some good music and some good times. So huge shout out to everybody out there. Hope you had an amazing 4th. We're not going to be talking watches. It's kind of a clickbait title. No watches at all. Let's just talk what we did on 4th of July and talk about what's going on. Hey, I want to give a huge shout out to Lolex. Lolex is in the chat. Hope you have had an amazing Independence Day. And by the way, Independence Day, it's kind of this U.S. thing, American thing, USA, but really it's about celebrating freedom wherever you are around the world. Logan Hall says, along those lines, may we celebrate this day of independence from loyalty tests, circular drama, and delusional fantasy. Thank you very much, Logan. Really appreciate that. Gatsby's in the chat. Gatsby, happy 4th, everyone. OC couldn't stay off the streams for one day. I know there must be a clinical term for this. Yeah, the term is addiction, stream addiction. Actually, I was off the streams the entire day. I didn't see what was going on the entire day. I was outside by the pool from maybe 11:30 a.m. all the way up until about 9:30. It was completely pitch dark outside, but I had the waterfall going, and I was just still warm outside. So I was just hanging out outside. Holy shit. We've got Maldives in the chat. 100-pound super chat. Let's go. Happy 4th of July, folks. Maldives, an amazing contributor to the community. Guys, we have over 20 people watching. I want to see a bunch of people tapping on the like button for Maldives super chat. In the super chat itself, there's a thumbs up icon. Please tap that icon or click on it. I'd like to see Maldives Super Chat get at least 10 likes. Speaking of 10 likes, someone I like 10 times, Diego.
Hello.
What's up?
Audio check. Pew, pew, pew.
Audio check. Excellent.
Sweet.
Pew, pew, pew. Yep, you
Reporting
can hear,
to you
you can
live
hear, you can
on
hear
the
Mrs. Diego
sofa.
chopping the onions in the back. Yep, all good.
Yep. Reporting live while Miss Diego looks at me with disdain.
Where are you, in the bedroom? Where are you?
No, I'm laying on the couch.
Oh, okay. That explains it. You're not in your usual setup with the microphone and everything.
Right now, my back hurts today.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Actually, one of my friends who came over today also had back pain.
Oh.
Just real quick, let's say hi to DCNLV USA. He's in representing Las Vegas, Nevada. We've got Mathis. Mathis did a stream earlier. I just saw when I was checking YouTube. He did a stream from the water in Florida. Huge shout out to Mathis.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Like
I didn't see it, but it looked like he was on a boat where he always is on the weekend or holidays.
It rained here today, so.
What a bummer.
Yeah.
Notorious MEC is in the chat. That's Big Meech. Should I get drunk and nasty with the punters and talk horology with the master manipulator OC? I say you jump on the panel. We're not talking watches tonight. That was kind of a clickbait title. We're just jumping on. We're talking about everybody's Independence Day and what they did today. So no watch talk, although we have kind of watch eye candy on in the background. Yeah, but Big Meech, jump on. The link is pinned and the pin is linked. We've got Seb Nelly in the chat. What's up? Logan Hall says, OC, with that much sun exposure, surely you've completed your transformation into a lobster. I am very, very close. I'm one shade away from completing to being a full-blown George Hamilton. So there we go.
That's pretty fun.
Meech, yeah, it's funny. Meech is in the chat. He's hammered. That is good. Jump on. Jump on. If you jump on, then Lolex will jump on, and we'll have a party. We have Gorilla Time. Super generous, €5.99. Super sticker says, hiya. It's a cat. It's a cat going, meow, hiya. Thank you, Gorilla Time. We also have Gildan in the chat. What's up, Gildan? Good to have you with us. Guys, we have 20 people watching. Let's get to 10 likes, and let's get to 10 likes on Maldives Super Chat. It's very, very generous, very kind thing for him to do.
Yeah. Maldives has quite a few Jetstream pieces, I would say.
A Jetstream piece, is that kind of like a Grail piece?
No.
Okay. I'm turning up your microphone just a little bit, just to give you a little boost.
Does this sound better?
No, it's good. Good. I boosted you by 50%. Yeah. So what did you do to give us a rundown of your day today?
Pretty boring. My sister's out of the country, my brother's out of the country, my mom had to work. So, and then it rained. So no real fireworks watching. We went out for an early dinner at a pub, laid by the pool, went to the gym today, cleaned a little bit, played with the dog. It's just a good, relaxing day off. Didn't really feel like doing too much. I'm not the biggest holiday celebrator, if you will. Like when it's Halloween and my wife's like, we should go to this cool place. I'm like,
So, and at the pub, what did you get?
Well, do you know what poutine is?
Yeah, that's that Canadian kind of cheese
curds, French
thing.
fries, and brown gravy. Super good. So we got that as an appetizer. And then I usually get the burger or the grilled chicken sandwich. But what sucks is if you get the poutine, you can't get the fries with your burger, right? It's too many fries. So ended up getting some lame ass salad with the burger. But it was good. But the AC did not work in the pub, and it was kind of ruined the experience because you just wanted to get out of there. You're eating greasy food, plus you're sweating. So
yeah, I get it. For me, I woke up kind of late. I was I got up like around 10 this morning, so I really was like kind of lazy. And when I got up, it's like, well, by the way, we have people coming over at 12.
Oh, jeez.
So he's like, I'm leaving. I'm going to the store. Went grocery shopping, got a bunch of stuff, and I just did nothing except uh, basically make sure that the pool was clean and ready for everybody. Move
Yeah.
some additional chairs out, get the umbrellas sorted out, and then we just listen. We threw some chips in a bowl. So we had like some Fritos scoops, we had some Doritos, we had some Lay's potato chips, and then we grilled hot dogs and hamburgers, and it was quick and
Nice.
easy. Yeah, I had some baked beans, did some corn, some fruit salad. Everybody left happy, and it was a blistering hot day here. It's probably in the high 80s, but with um, the real feel
Humidity.
temperature, yeah, with the humidity, it's probably like low 90s, where you just basically just I was melting. Like I put on sunscreen on my forehead because that's what I need to do, and then all of a sudden there'd be perspiration, and it would be a dripping, and then it would just wipe right off.
Oh,
So
yeah, it was pretty hot here earlier in the day, so and hey, it's summer. What do you expect, right?
yep, summer. It was, but I can't complain. It was supposed to actually. They said it might rain today, but it didn't. So I don't know if it's raining tomorrow. I don't have tomorrow off, but whenever there's a holiday week, I basically I pretend like I get the whole week off. So
Yeah, our company gives us the whole week off, so it's like an added.
nice.
It's an addition to your holiday time, so it's pretty cool. By the way,
Added
guys, the link is
perks.
pinned,
Link is
so
pinned. That's right. The pin is linked.
don't
It's an
be a
election day
scaredy cat.
in the UK. I don't know if it's the election day in Britain, just Britain, or if it's election day and also Ireland and Scotland. I'm not sure. If you are from England, just let us know what's going on. Did you vote today? If you did, what did you vote for? And are there election results yet, or no? Just let me know. Gorilla Time says the election was yesterday. I think he means yesterday, his time, because it's still that day here, or maybe it isn't. Maybe in the UK it's a different time. So
By the way,
it's still the fourth here.
Is it England or is it Britain?
Yeah, which one is it? Is it England or Britain? Which
They
one?
changed at some point, right?
Yeah, what's the difference between Great Britain and England? If anybody in the chat can tell us. Gorilla Time says Labor got it all over. It's all over OC. I'm assuming that means that's not a good thing, or it is a good thing. The Conservative government in the UK is over, says DCNLV. Okay, so I guess the Conservative government had the prime minister, and the Labor actually won more seats in the parliament, and then they get to now elect their prime minister, their leader as prime minister. I guess that's what's going on there. England is a part of the UK. Okay, I get that, but what's Britain? What is Britain different than Great Britain?
I think England used to be called Britain.
Look, we have some real smart people in the chat. Great Britain is the islands of England, Scotland, and Wales. Okay, is that the country of?
So what's just Britain then?
Yeah, what's just Britain?
Is that just England?
Or are we just making up that there's a Britain and there's really no Britain? It's Great Britain.
I've heard a few speeches where who was that guy in World War II? He's like, "We'll storm the beaches, we'll storm by air."
Winston Churchill. Yeah.
Yeah, he said
We'll
Britain
take
all
them
the
by
time.
sea.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is Wales a separate country?
No.
No. So if it's England, Scotland, and Wales, I know Scotland's a different country, right?
What about Ireland? Is that its own thing?
Yeah, Ireland's a totally different country too, and Northern Ireland is too.
Aren't they all British though?
No, I don't think so.
Huh.
Yeah, the UK includes Great Britain plus Northern Ireland. The election was UK wide. Okay. At least now we understand the scope of the election. So the election covered Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and both of those things together are the United Kingdom. Got it.
So
Holy shit! Wales is its own
London,
country.
so London controls all those countries, right? So like if
Well,
you live in
no.
Scotland, you go by the king. Like he's your king.
You're trying to get us in trouble now.
I don't
No.
know. I'm asking. Does Scotland have its own king?
Wales is its own country. Is that true? That little tiny island of Wales is a country.
What's the capital of Wales?
Yeah, what's
the
the
post
capital of Wales?
office?
I've never heard of Wales being its own country before. I think
That's like
I think they're punking us. Gatsby says yes, Wales is a separate country. Northern Ireland is part of the UK, but not of Great Britain. What the fuck? I don't get. Someone help me out.
Is
How can
there
it
a
not be part
Southern
of Great Britain?
Ireland? Is there a Southern Ireland?
Yeah, is there Southern Ireland?
Or is it just Ireland?
Is Western Ireland part of the UK also? This is confusing.
These guys.
Look at the Mathis goes, Wales is not a country. Listen, Mathis knows his geography. Some of these people in the UK, they may not understand. They think Wales is a country, but it's not.
When we seceded from the United Kingdom or whatever you want to call it,
yeah,
we just made it the United States of America. That's
exactly. It's simple.
Alaska, when we got Alaska, we didn't call that Northern United States. We just called it Alaska.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
I think a lot of these people are confused. They're really confused. Gatsby says all of the UK is subject to the monarchy. Wales is not an island. Well, I'm just referring to the comment from earlier.
Dude, if there was ever a country that sounds like it should be an island, it's Wales. Come on. It's in the name.
Yeah. So it says right here, see, Great Britain is includes the islands of England, Scotland, and Wales. I'm just repeating what Earl said.
Are they really islands or are they continents?
I think they're oceans.
What constitutes, like, at what point is an island a continent? Because you could say North and South America is one giant island.
Right. Australia is an island and a continent. And
is it an island?
It's
a huge island.
It's one giant island, yeah.
Japan's an island. That's crazy.
Yep, it is. Wales is absolutely a country. The UK, okay, let's try to understand this. Okay, Wales is a country. Okay, let's accept that, first of all. The UK is made up of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Okay, so now someone's adding Northern Ireland to the mix when before it was just England, Scotland, and Wales. And then someone said the UK was England and Northern Ireland. And now it's England, Scotland, Wales. These guys don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Is there more than one Ireland?
Yeah.
Because you hear people say, "Oh, I'm Irish," and then you hear some people say, "I'm Northern Irish." Yeah. What happened to the other Ireland?
This is why we're independent. Of all days, it makes sense that this is so confusing because this is why we had to separate ourselves. We couldn't get it. We couldn't understand who was in charge. Okay, Great Britain is an island, not a country. What?
You can't just... That's so dumb.
That island includes 3 of our 4 countries? What the hell's going on?
All right, I think I understand. Great Britain is akin to saying the Caribbean, right? Which is made up of many countries.
No, Great Britain is one island, apparently. Great Britain is one island. It's an island, okay? Not a country. The island includes 3 of the 4 countries. Which 3? I thought someone in up. I don't get it.
What about, so where does Australia fall into Great Britain?
Yeah, Australia used to be part of Great Britain. Now it's not. I think that happened like in the 70s. Okay. Gatsby says, remember, King Charles used to be the Prince of Wales. Okay,
How
but
does
with Wales,
somebody?
if Wales is a separate country,
How does
how
he
did he
become the
become
king of
King of
England?
England?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I become
fuck?
King of England if he was if he was over in Wales, which is a separate country.
That's like if we elected a king and he came from Jamaica. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
like
Well, he was a prince in Jamaica, but now all of a
Prince of
sudden he's king of
Jamaica.
king of America.
He got his U.S. passport.
Okay,
This is
one
an interesting
island,
question.
not islands. Okay,
Does
everyone is
Canada get
contradicting
to
each
vote?
other. Yeah. Does Canada get to vote for UK political leaders? That's a good question. Do they?
You know,
I
the
don't think they
funny thing
do.
about Canada is like they're no longer part. Are they still part of it? They still have the Queen on their coins. It's like, are you in or are you out? You know what I mean? Like, and if you're out, quit simping and quit having the Queen on your money. Like that's like you know, you got dumped and you're like, I still love you. Like, come on.
Okay. England, Scotland, and Wales are on one island.
What about Northern Ireland?
Is that, and that island is called Great Britain, right?
But then where's
Is that,
Northern Ireland?
in Northern Ireland there must be a separate island, right? Northern Ireland. Is this supposed to be Northern Ireland? Northern, period. Island is divided. Does that mean
Okay.
Ireland?
So if you go to a globe, does it say Ireland and then it says Northern Ireland above it? Holy shit. Northern Ireland is part of the island of Ireland.
What? Come on. These guys are totally
See,
fucking
look
with
at
us.
this. Rose says there is an Ireland and a Northern Ireland, yet when we were asking about
We know that.
the United Kingdom, nobody mentioned Ireland, right?
I'm just
They
asking,
all
like,
just said
what's like? There's so many overlapping terms. There's a UK, there's a Great Britain,
England.
and there's an England, and then there's
And then
different
you got
countries that
Britain.
make up different islands.
I'm British, right? People from
Yeah,
England say, I'm British. But people from
that's right.
Ireland say, I'm Irish. But I'm part of the Great Britain. So aren't you British?
It's very confusing. Hey, Rosé's in the chat. Rosé says, "Happy 4th to all you losers who are on the internet instead of blasting fireworks." Hey, it's late for fireworks. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. Got Dear Artifact representing Canada. Canada, he says, no, Canada is not an island. Okay. I believe you.
Okay, so Mathis says Wales to England is like Puerto Rico to America. So Wales is an island. Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Okay, Wales is an island. Great. But Puerto Rico isn't its own country. Puerto Rico is like an undocumented state.
It's a neighborhood.
Puerto Rico.
We
love Puerto Rico. Okay. Well, listen. Well, maybe we'll pull up a map later. But listen, today's not a day to worry about the confusing geography of the UK. Those who voted, congratulations on the Labour Party or whoever they are taking control of the Parliament, and I'm assuming that they will appoint a prime minister, and should be exciting.
I've got a
holy
surprise
crap!
for you.
Yeah, over 30 people watching this garbage. Thank you very much for watching. Although it would be much better if people like Lolex and Big Meech jumped on the panel and contributed a little bit of perspective on what they did today, shared what they did on the 4th of July.
Will you text me a photo of your avatar? I have a surprise for you.
Sure. Do you want it on WhatsApp?
Yeah, whatever's easiest for you.
Sure.
I turn the ship around, making improvements.
Turn this shit around right now.
What's the topic of the stream?
I'm gonna send you this. I'm gonna send you this one too. Boom. Don't show that one to anybody.
Okay.
But you can
TG01. That's just the T, right?
Yeah, just make that one into a circle too. Or that
Okay.
without permission. We'll do that one without permission, and we'll send that back. And then. That one you might have to move a little bit to the right. You know what I mean? But maybe if you don't have control over that.
Oh,
all right. Sorry for the inside baseball.
Full autonomy, don't worry.
I did whatever Diego asked me to do. Hey, we have Tom Voss in the chat. Tom Voss says, what do you mean garbage? Yeah, well, the show so far is zero content, zero good content. We got confused who's doing the election. It's the UK and Northern Ireland, apparently. They got to vote because, wait a minute. It's England and Northern Ireland. England and Northern Ireland make up the UK. And then there's some other stuff, like there's some other countries named Ireland and Wales and Scotland that aren't involved, but they may be connected. And they may be part of Great Britain or not. And that's the story up until now. That's what we're talking about. Guys, huge shout out to Maldives for the very generous 100-pound super chat. Please like the super chat. Tap on the thumbs up in the super chat. Really, really appreciate that. And it looks like Dear Artifact says France is doing an election right now too. Lots of elections going on. And Gorilla Time says OC Spain is also part of the UK. Okay. Spain is part of the UK. I didn't know that. Or is Spain part of Great Britain?
All right, I want everybody to pay attention to the top right of your screen. Let's count it down, OC. Ready?
All right.
20,
3,
19, 18. All right. 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Ta-da. There we go.
Beautiful.
Diego, the creative genius behind the Colony network of content creators. I like it. It's much better.
Yep. Clean.
Yeah. Nice circular logo. Can you send that back to me too?
Yeah.
Thanks. The other one turned out really good too, didn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Can you load that one in there too?
Yeah.
And I'll also send you this one to load in there. This is another new one that we're going to be introducing soon. Boom.
Got it.
Yeah, you can save those. That'll be part of the launch.
What do I do with this last one?
So you don't have to do anything. Just load it into the brand. Load it in there so it's like something that could be pulled up. Yeah. Yeah, we're not sharing our screen. We're doing some confidential stuff behind the scenes. Sorry for the inside baseball, guys. What else is going on, guys? What else is going on? What do you guys want to talk about? Hey, JC's in the chat. JC says he upvoted. So a reminder to everybody to upvote the live stream. And we have Evan G in the chat too. Guys, I will greet Diego and I will greet every single person who types in a comment in the chat.
Hello.
And that's right. Diego will say hello to every single person in the chat individually. So if you're watching right now, one of the 30 people watching, drop in a comment in the chat and to receive your personal greeting.
Check this out. You want to see how I take my socks off?
Do I want to see
Xander.
you take your socks off?
Come, take my sock off. Come here. Oh, little bastard. Never mind.
It's riveting content, guys. Riveting content. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. Logan All asks Evan, "Did you do any grilling today?" Evan replies, "Just some burgers, nothing noteworthy. No, nothing noteworthy. I did burgers today. They were fresh meat burgers, and I think they were Nathan's hot dogs. Shout out to Nathan's. Simple.
I played that game. I don't know if you've seen the game where they're like Daytona or Submariner. Submariner or Daytona. You know what I'm talking about?
Sumana. No, what are you talking about?
So I'll play the game with you right now.
Okay,
All right. Tudor or Omega?
Omega.
Omega or Blanc Pond?
Blanc Pond.
Blanc Pond or JLC?
JLC.
JLC or Zenith?
JLC.
JLC or Lange?
Longa.
Longa or Rolex? So you keep doing this, and then you eventually, it's like, all right,
You
this
eventually
is
go
your
through all
favorite-
the brands.
Yeah, this is your favorite brand, or this is your favorite watch. So I was doing it with my wife for foods, different categories of foods, and she did it to me, and it was hot dogs. Like we went through like all my favorite foods, and at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, if I had my choice, I'd just want like 3 perfect hot dogs. Kind of surprising.
You do all 3 on a bun, or do you do without bun?
Oh yeah, bun for sure. A nice
Bun,
steamed bun. Oof.
Yeah, I usually do. Sometimes I didn't do it today, but I usually do grilled bun. So what I usually do is I'll the hot dogs are almost done. I take the bun and I put it up on the top rack of the barbecue.
Yep.
So I turn everything off, and then I put the bun on the top rack with a slice of American cheese in it, and then I drop the hot dog in it, and then I do that for 1 minute. So it's like toasting it on the barbecue,
Right.
and then it becomes like a grilled hot dog and cheese.
I like my
highly
buns
recommend it.
moist, squishy.
Yep. Listen, I like
know,
big
like when
buns,
you-
and I cannot lie.
You know when you grab like a moist bun and like
Mhm.
you know you've got a strong grip, and when you let go, like your imprints are still on there. I like them like that.
Yep.
Jose says we did beef on WEC. Awesomeness. If you don't know, Google. He's not on the panel, so we're not going to Google it.
Yep. Listen, I like big buns, and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
Are you thinking of skipping everything, just going RM?
Way. Diego, but you never know. But you never know. Yes, I invented toasting buns. Nobody else has ever did. No one else ever did that before I did it. What's beef on a WEC? What does that mean? What's a weck?
I don't know. It's like some, who knows? It's probably something that's not that great, but because people don't know about it, those that do, they just try to like make themselves feel better about themselves. See, he already feels better the fact that we don't know what it is. Like we just
Right.
don't know. We're not on the inside.
Yeah. It looks like it's just roast beef on a fucking roll. Why don't you just call it roast beef?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Full screen. Full screen. Take this one.
Got it. Got it. Rose, your camera. Oh, okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Rose, hello.
Hello? Is my camera on?
Yes, it is. We can see nothing, just black of night.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay.
Beef on wick. Beef on wick. Weck is short for Kimmelweck. So it's beef on a Kimmelweck roll, which is like it's the best thing. Kimmelweck roll is Kimmelweck.
Kummelweck roll. What the fuck is that? Is that like an onion roll?
No, it's a bun. It's a bun that's got fennel seeds and rock salt on it. And then every city has an imitation of beef on wick. So in Chicago, they do Italian beef, which is their version of beef on weck. So it's like sliced roast beef on a roll, and you decide if you want your bun dipped or not dipped, or maybe you want onions on it.
Mhm.
And so these are all versions of beef on wick in the way that every dive watch is a derivation of a Submariner. Every roast beef sandwich is a derivation of beef on weck. And if you haven't had beef on weck, go to upstate New York, and it's awesome. You'll love it. It's Americana.
And
It's as Americana as like a hot dog on mustard in Chicago.
and the roast beef is roast beef that you prepared in the oven or on a grill?
So they cook it in the au jus. So they like slice it and then put it in the juice, and then you can either you can put it in a pot and just bring it up to temp in the pot in the juice, or if you get a pre-made, they'll take the beef and the juice and they'll put it in I don't know what you call it, it's not tin foil, but those like tin foil dishes. I'm not a
Yeah.
chef. I don't know you know what I'm talking about. Like it
Yeah.
comes up on the side, so you can just shove that in the oven and bring it up to temp. Um, and then so you take the beef, put it on your Kimmelwick roll, and then you put the horseradish sauce on it. And it's summer, so there's a good chance a bunch of people are having allergy issues, or they're a little congested or whatever. It's 4th of July, you're eating outside. So you go heavy horseradish and it'll clear you right up. If anyone's had a mouthful of horseradish, it's like having a mouthful of wasabi. Like it'll
Oh
clear you
yeah,
up in 10 seconds.
I've done that by
Yeah, so you
accident.
you put the horseradish sauce on it. You do the roast beef. It's a roast beef sandwich, but beef on weck is it's definitely like if you know, you know.
Buckley took me to a beef sandwich place somewhere in Brooklyn. It was pretty good. It wasn't as good as Arby's, but it was good.
So Brooklyn, Brooklyn for pizza, I get, but like Brooklyn for beef sandwich is that's like that's like going to Cleveland for pasta. I mean, like, it might be good, but there's no point to it.
Right. It was good.
Yeah, like the sandwich might have been good, the place might have been good,
Oh,
but you don't go to Brooklyn for
no.
beef. You go to Brooklyn for pizza and to get mugged.
Our pub OC that we go to has, for like a couple months, they had like their interpretation of like an Arby's roast beef cheddar. It
Yeah,
was like everything was homemade. I mean,
yeah.
it was insane. And I
But you
checked.
still like Arby's better.
No,
If
I like the one at the pub better. But the point I'm
Oh,
making
okay.
is, since that time, I'm not exaggerating when I say this. I check the menu every day on their website to see if they've added it back.
so, if you go to a
It's been a
place
year.
that's serving
Why
beef
don't you just
sandwiches,
ask them for it? You can ask them
I
for it.
did. I was like, are you guys ever bringing back the roast beef? They're like, oh yeah, we'll think about it.
but if you go to a roast beef sandwich place, any place, and cheese comes into the conversation at any point, you leave. That it's garbage. It's crap. Like a
No,
good
it's
a
amazing.
good beef sandwich, you never put beef on. You never put cheese on it. You never put cheese on that.
I disagree.
And
Well, you order your steak medium well. I didn't say anything to you. I let you
yeah,
do it.
but you ordered your steak well, and I didn't say anything to you.
So let me put cheese on my roast beef.
I mean, yeah, that's fine, but like you you asked for what you asked the waiter what wines do they have by the glass. You
Anyway,
The thing with the Arby's roast beef and cheese though is like it's kind of like a cheese sauce, right? Like a cheese whiz kind of concoction. It's not like a
yes.
slice of anything, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that's okay.
Yep.
that's
I mean,
like
you can't have a blanket rule, Rose, that says you never, ever, ever put cheese on beef because a cheesesteak is a
no,
Philly. I mean that's steak with
yeah,
whiz or whatever, and that is good.
yeah,
But
yeah,
if you're talking
yeah.
about pastrami, corned beef, or roast beef, yeah, those typically you don't put
Yeah, no, so
cheese on.
yeah, you're right. So maybe I was unclear. I meant like a true roast beef sandwich, which is like beef on whack, no cheese. I'm not talking about cheesesteaks like Philly cheesesteaks, which I think are
You're
highly
talking about
overrated.
if horseradish is the second ingredient, don't put cheese. I agree with you on
Exactly,
that.
exactly, exactly.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
agree with you because you got to taste the roast. You got to taste the horseradish.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But like cheesesteaks, I'm not disagreeing at all and on any of that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
don't.
funny
You think
that
they're
the people in
overrated? I think one of the greatest things is getting a chopped steak sandwich with grilled onions and a little bit of grilled green pepper or whatever in there with
oh yeah,
whiz. Oh my god,
yeah,
So I think
and good bun, a good
it's good.
oh
roll.
yeah,
It's
a moist
good.
bun. Yeah,
It's good. It's very good. It's very good. And I've been to what's the alley? Geno's and Jeans and the other
Nice.
place.
Pats and Gina's, but those are the two tourist traps, right?
Yeah, yeah. And so I've done that, and then I've gone with the people who say, "Let me take you to the if you know, you know places," and they're very good. I'm not denying they're very good. There's a lot of things in Philadelphia that are good. There's nothing in Philadelphia that's great. And I know people are gonna slam like it's not great. It's good. It's good. It's solid. It's not great.
the best Philly cheesesteak I ever had was at a mall in Atlanta.
Right. You,
Like,
you
as
just made
crazy
my
as that
point. You just
sounds.
made my point. Yeah. You just
And
made
here's
my
the
point.
thing: you guys all know Alton Brown, right? The famous
Yeah,
chef.
yeah, yeah.
He made a video. There was some video I found where he's like, "Guys, I hate to break it to you, but the best Philly cheesesteak's not in Philly. It's in Atlanta, and it's right here." And like, so he showed where it was. This place
Yeah.
called Krog Street, whatever. And so I showed that to my wife, and I'm like, "Sweetie, we're having Philly cheesesteaks tonight. This guy says like these are better than Philly.
Yeah.
We're doing it." Two Philly cheesesteaks was like $50. They were the most disgusting, greasy, tasteless pieces of shit I've ever had. The ones at the mall, I would say, were 6 times better. It was that Philly Connect or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
So wait, you're saying that the Alton Brown place sucked?
it was horrible. It was
And that was
absolutely
that was 50,
horrible.
$50 for two sandwiches?
Yes,
Jeez. Wow.
it was horrible. They were big, yes, but it was like a greasy nightmare.
Yeah, yeah.
The meat had, it was like you couldn't taste any cheese. The meat, oh, it's just like pure salt. It was bad.
The other thing I would say about Philly, um, just to bring it back and get a little bit less hate, is 20 years ago, that that area with the two cheesesteak places,
Mhm.
um, it wasn't lines. Yes, it was touristy. Yes, it was a tourist trap, but it wasn't like there wasn't a line down the road. You could show, you could go out to a baseball game or do whatever you did, and then go there and park your car. Um, it's not a cul-de-sac, but like it's a turnaround. You could go there, park your car, and get a cheesesteak, and it wasn't a thing. Like it didn't take, you didn't have to wait in line for 45 minutes. And I think that's part of the reason why people hate those places, is that it became a thing. You know what I mean? Like, you they're good, they're not great. They're worth a they're worth a 5-minute wait. They're not worth a 45-minute wait, in my opinion.
It's
And
kind of like Geno's in Chicago, the pizza.
exactly. I
It's
really
probably, it may be the seventh best deep dish in Chicago,
so
if that.
I like Geno's. I like the cornbread. They do the cornbread crust. I think it's really good. There's a different place that I think is actually better that I can't think of right now. Geno's is good. It's worth a 5-minute wait. It's not. It's not worth a 45-minute wait. 100%. I agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a Philly with provolone, right?
It looks like provolone, yeah.
Yeah. I like
I
the
f-
whiz.
Which is,
so
people
the
say
whiz is.
provolone. Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, provolone's the second choice, but the whiz
Whiz
is
is whiz.
really,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Whiz is,
whiz
there's
gives
something
it a
about whiz.
kick.
It's the right consistency, and it also has the right amount of kind of seasoning. Like it's processed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's synthetic, but it's also salty. So it adds. Sometimes they don't put salt on the steak when it's on the grill. So instead of doing that, you add the whiz, and it with the grilled onions, which is sweet, with the
Yeah.
meat, with the bun. It all works together.
Yeah.
The problem with provolone is a lot of times you don't even notice it. It kind
Yeah,
of
because
Yeah.
just
because
disappears.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not
But you
enough.
got
They
that
don't put enough.
whiz. You got that whiz when it fuses with the bread, and it's just like this gooey concoction, chewy. It's amazing.
No,
Yep.
provolone is like
You got to have it cold.
provolone is like the Seiko of cheeses. Like, it's there, it's cheese. Technically, it's cheese, but add it doesn't add a flavor. If you're eating something with or without provolone, no one has ever said this was good, but once you put provolone on, it made it
Well,
great.
Yeah.
if you're having an Italian sandwich with like ham, pepperoni, and salami, or ham and capicola or whatever, and you add a slice of
Yes.
provolone, it does help because it adds a little bit of that pungent, slightly pungent cheese flavor
Okay, fair.
that offsets the capicola
I
or
I
the
feel like
ham.
So
provolone on a sandwich, it's more so 65% texture,
but
right?
so
35% flavor.
agreed.
Because there's nothing better than punching through a nice firm piece of cheese in the sandwich, right?
Right, but it has to be not to do that. It has to be non-melted, and so
Yeah.
OC's example, which I agree with him 100%.
Yes.
That's a cold cut sandwich, so the cheese isn't melted, and so um, everyone knows, it's fully established. Like, I'm weird. I have weird things, and one of my weird things is I love cheese, but I don't like melted cheese. Isn't my thing because once it's melted, it's goop, and I don't like goop on my food. And
Right.
so Italian cold cut sandwich with a slice of provolone, yeah, because it's not melted. But when you throw it on something and it melts into it, it's just sort of like, to me, it's like a glop of mayonnaise. It's just goop that you didn't need, in my opinion. In my opinion.
I don't think, like, when I see the provolone on a sandwich, I don't see it as an enhancement to the flavor.
Yeah,
It's just there.
yeah.
Throw
Is it
some
weird to
Swiss.
say I like cheese, but I don't like melted cheese?
No, I think most people prefer fresh, you know,
Yeah,
refrigerator temperature cheese.
yeah.
I like a nice Gouda. I like the tame Gouda. Nothing too nothing too smoky.
Oh, I like the smoky Gouda.
I don't mind it. I just don't like when it goes over the 50% smokiness.
Yeah.
And a good Swiss, a sharp Swiss that just like kicks you in the ass, that's good. Yeah, this looks good, OC. I'd
So
like a little more juice in the bread though.
Yeah, the
what we
bread looks a
s-
little dry here.
what we started doing, when we have folks over and we're doing like the wine and the apps and everything, um, a little brick, a good brick, a high quality brick of the Parmesan Reggiano, like really sharp,
Yeah.
which most people only have shredded. But if you try and it's hard to slice because like really sharp cheese, when you slice it, it breaks. But like a good piece of hard Parmesan Reggiano on a cracker or on a slice of salami or something like that. It's me personally, I think it's yummy. I like it.
Oh yeah, I do too. Because you don't need a lot. You know, you
Yeah,
can just get yourself a little nugget.
yeah.
Perfect. Would you rather have a Philly cheesesteak, OC, or a hot dog?
Philly cheesesteak.
Ooh, it's tough.
Yeah, hot dog is simple. Hot dog is very
Tough
simple.
choice. Okay, would you rather have 4 hot dogs or Philly cheese? And we're talking
Philly
hot
cheese.
dogs from what's that place in Chicago? Starts with a P, Portillo's, with the sesame, or no, with the poppy seed buns.
Yeah, I'd still like a cheesesteak.
Mm.
Ooh, I'll have both.
Both, that's right.
This doesn't. That bread looks better. Looks crispy on the
Yeah,
outside.
I like
That's a
chopped
lot.
meat. In my cheesesteak, I don't like this. I don't like the sliced meat. I like it
Me
chopped.
neither. Yeah. Evan G has a good point. He says you got to try some different cheeses for grilled cheese. So, me and the wife one day made like boutique grilled cheese. Bought some really good. I think it might have been sourdough. I can't remember. And we bought like 3 or 4 different types of cheeses, and it was incredible. Definitely worth it.
Yeah. My son did that one time. Like we did gourmet grilled cheese with Gruyere and whatever, and it's all good. But there's nothing better than you know butter, bread, and 2 slices of Kraft American Singles.
Oh no! All right, I
Yep.
agree with. Well, maybe if it's just like you're just having like a basic Campbell's tomato soup,
I just
but
do it without anything, just that by itself.
oh, no, no.
Great grilled cheese. That's the
I don't
perfect
know if
grilled cheese recipe.
I don't know if Gruyere is the right cheese though. You need like a firm. You need a
No, I
cheese
said
that's like.
American cheese, just Kraft American Singles. That's it.
No, but I'm saying the one that your son made. Like the cheeses, I think we had Swiss provolone and maybe cheddar. Um, And like we didn't melt them to where they were bubbling, just like to where when you pulled it apart, string cheese kind of. The Gruyere is like a soft cheese, right?
No, Gruyere is well. I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Gruyere is French. I mean, it's they. A lot of times you do that. They'll do a ham sandwich with it. It's more of a pungent. Has a little bit of a pungent quality to it. Cloud Ken's in the chat. What's up, Cloud Ken? We have once more unto the breach in the chat. Thanks for being with us tonight. Sammy the Bunny's with us. And yeah, that's it. 30 people watching this nonsense. It is it's almost the end of 4th of July. Just firing up a stream to see what you guys did. Some of the folks in the UK or Wales or Britain or whatever it's called are voting, and they voted, and the results are in. And Labour is in, and the Labour Party, the Tories, the Conservative Party, the Tories are out. That's your political update for the day.
Did they vote on the 4th of July?
Yes, they did.
Interesting.
Yep. Gatsby says Gruyere makes the best grilled cheese sandwich. Okay, good for you. Yeah, I like Kraft American Singles.
All right. What should we talk about next? I think I'm all cheesed out.
Yeah, I'm not planning on going for a gazillion hours. I mean, let's see.
3
We'll
more
do another at midnight. Let's call it at midnight for sure. Midnight, we're done.
Perfect.
So, guys, give us your topic ideas, whatever you want to talk about. Chalk Flew Up just joined the chat. What's up, Chalk Flew Up? The region of Gruyere, Swiss, is very close to Val d'Ajou. And yes, it melts great. Thank you. Listen, a lot of great geography help in the chat tonight. Thank you so much. Gatsby says cheese singles, no actual cheese. Yeah, but there's 5 ounces of milk in every. Listen, cheese is made of milk. So there's 5 ounces of milk in every slice of Kraft American cheese. It's a dairy product. It is cheese. What are you talking about?
I think if they changed goat cheese to something else, it'd be more successful. I refuse to eat it just based on the name.
I like goat cheese. I put goat cheese in. There's goat cheese in my chopped salad that I get from Chopped. It's it's called Sweet Apple Orchard salad. So it's cranberries, kale and cabbage, almonds, and a little bit of goat cheese.
You a charcuterie board kind of guy?
Oh, what?
Charcuterie board?
Oh yeah, I like charcuterie boards or whatever you call it. Yeah, get some fruit on there, some raisins. You've got some fig jam or some kind of apricot jam or preserves or whatever. Then you've got different meats and different cheeses and different crackers.
Oh,
to me, I could
little
go
pickles. Those little tiny pickles. Oh my
Listen,
God.
I'll go nuts on something like that. I love that shit.
We do that a lot during the NFL season. We'll just do like charcuterie board, and then I'll have myself some pate, if you know what pate is. And
Yep.
that's dinner. We just each eat like a pound of cheese and 60 crackers. It's amazing.
Yep. Guys, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. The pin is linked. So jump on the panel if you want. Otherwise, hey, you're forced to listen to me and Diego. And that's your choice. Or you can leave. I don't know. But chances are you won't leave. You'll just continue listening to this nonsense for another half an hour.
I really want to consolidate OC, but you know what's stopping me? The logistics of selling, shipping, and then finding the right piece. It's like a month-long process, right?
Yeah, but you've done that. You have a track record of doing that multiple times successfully.
It's always been a 1-for-1 though. Like I traded my Coke for a different Coke, and then I traded my Explorer 2 for an Explorer 2 from the same guy. It was essentially swaps.
Hmm.
So that's easy. But when I'm talking about like getting rid of 4 or 5 pieces to 4 or 5 different people, it's like I don't know how you feel. Like if I see something online and it's like 2 week shipping, I just don't buy it. But if I can get it tomorrow, I'll buy it.
So you're impulsive.
I like instant satisfaction when, like I tell you what, I've said it before. If we had a local guy that had a watch I liked and I could bring 4 of mine and leave with that one, I would do it.
Mhm.
I would drive 5 hours to go do that. But I know
On
that's never going to
consignment.
happen. No,
Oh,
trade. But I know that'll never happen. No, but like, let's take that Cartier Tour 2. Nobody's going to take 4 pre-ceramic Rolex for one, right?
right.
They're going to be like, this isn't what I sell. Or a Patek 30, the Patek Perpetual 36 I like. Nobody that sells those is in the marketplace of selling pre-ceramic Rolex or a Reverso. So I'm kind of pinholed into a position where I have to sell to individuals multiple times, which is going to take a long time. And I think that's one of the things keeping me from doing it. I know I'd be happier at the end of the day, and maybe I just need to rip the band-aid off and do it. But I don't know. I really want to do it. I'm having fun seeing other people do it.
What are the pieces? What are the pieces that would go? You already know.
So Explorer 2, Coke, Sea Dweller, Reverso, and potentially Explorer 1. And then I
Wait a
would
minute.
do
The Explorer 2 is that vintage one that is really really nice, and you traded one to get one, and the
right.
Coke is kind of a staple of your collection. The fact that you got that, you really like that one.
I do, but I also
You're done,
think
but you oh, okay.
so. My thought though is those are both very true. But if I were to introduce a piece, yeah, let's read the super chat.
Super chat from Super Chat. Thank you for your very generous contribution to the Hate Streams, Cloud Ken. $5. It reads like the Tudor ceramic blue, but I think when most want a blacked out watch, they want it fully blacked out, and the color dial defeats the purpose. Thoughts? So Tudor just introduced this watch. It's called the Tudor Black Bay Ceramic Blue, but it's black, and it has a blue bezel. And
Yeah.
let me just see how much it is here. Let's just end the suspense.
Oh,
It
I like
is
the movement.
5,200 euros or 4,800 Swiss francs.
I like the movement a lot.
You like the movement?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They blacked out the movement.
Oh, they blacked it out.
Yeah, that's neat. I don't know why. I don't know. I guess I never thought of it when I saw this watch. Like, oh, it should have been black, but they've already done that. I foresee Tudor doing multiple colors on these. They probably. So here's my hot take. Well, maybe not a hot take. I think Tudor pumped a lot of money into their ceramic division. You know, making the cases, the tooling, the people, hiring people that know how to work it, and they probably didn't get a good ROI on the previous ceramics they had. You know, ADs weren't calling them saying, "Hey, we need more. Send as many as you can," and they were left with all this infrastructure and no orders, right? So they're like, okay, well, we need to we need to make good on our investment. So let's do something fun. And I think that's what this watch is.
I think this watch is hideous.
That
There's
too.
nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing I like about it. Absolutely nothing. I think
like
it's a
the
terrible blue. I think it's an awful looking case. I think the blue and the black looks terrible. I don't like the black bezel. This is atrocious. And it's just another nail in Tudor's coffin.
Yeah.
But thank you
But
very
let-
much for the super chat. Listen, you're right. The blue and the black doesn't look good, especially with the white. It's like they just took a blue dial and slapped it into a black ceramic case.
But going back to, so you're right. The Coke is one of my it's one of my pieces, right?
The
Very few
Reverso, I can
people
see
have
you
it.
don't wear that anymore, do you? The Reverso.
I don't, and it's simply because the strap is too long. I've tried to source a short strap from JLC. They say they can't do it. I've looked on eBay. I never find them. That's a different story. But
Mhm.
my feelings are, if I were to introduce the Tortue, that thing's 50, right? And I just look at myself and it's like, you just bought this watch. It's expensive. Like, something's got to go, man. And I'm already not wearing the pre-ceramics very much. I'm wearing the Daytonas and the Patek way more. And I just know it'd be the right thing to do. So as difficult as it would be, as special as those watches are to me, if they were so special, I wouldn't be looking elsewhere. I wouldn't be looking at the other Pateks or the
Yep.
Cartier. So that's the right thing.
Taking a special. Miami Cartel is with us. What's up, Mathis?
Yo, happy 4th of July, everybody.
Happy 4th of July, Mathis.
Thanks for the show, buddy.
Yep.
Oh, no problem. Couple
Yeah.
drinks, I'll just start Gonzo streaming anytime.
It's amazing you get signal out there.
Well, it's like it's surrounded. It's called Lake Boca, so there's it's not in the ocean.
Gotcha. So there's cell towers around it.
Yeah. But you're right, OC. That Tudor looks dookie.
Terrible. They just
I have a question.
it's one misstep after the next with these guys.
Is it faux pas? So I was watching Mark's stream this morning, and part of the conversation was that when people bash on brands like Tudor, they're indirectly bashing on entry-level collectors. People are just getting into the hobby. Perhaps this is all they can afford, and by making these comments about Tudor, we're dissuading people from either participating in the chat or jumping on the panel, which may be true, but we also, what's your thoughts on that? Should we not talk about that we think this is bad? That there are better values out there
I
to
think
maybe
there's
save your money
Sorry.
and buy a Rolex? You know what I mean? Like, I think the advice comes from experience. Nobody's going to buy a Tudor and it be their only watch. They're going to buy the Tudor and eventually they're going to want to go to something higher. We're just simply saying, skip the Tudor, be patient, get a Datejust, get a Samaritan. That's all we're saying.
Right,
What are
but
your guys'
Omega.
thoughts?
Or Omega, by the way. Omega is a great choice.
Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts?
we don't have a rule or a book. Every one of us is way different than the other. What's the official game plan? You follow what Boston says or OC says? We don't follow like a rule book. I just said I don't like that Tudor because it looks ugly, not because it doesn't cost that much.
Right.
But some
Right.
people come on and just make fun of Tudor people and Grand Seiko people, right? Some people do that.
Yeah, that's a terrible thing to do.
Who does that?
Nobody. I don't make fun of Tudor people. I make fun.
Exactly.
I just don't like the watches. And I just think they're not a good value. And you should be looking at Omega. There's mainly Omega. If there's no Tudor that you should be looking at, what you really should be looking at is Rolex or Omega.
Listen, that's fine, OC, but nobody is allowed to come to a Miami Crew dinner with a Ming on. I'll throw you out.
Even Ming is better than Tudor. You know, because at least Ming, they have their little design niche for whatever it costs $2,000. You know, like you look at that and you go, oh, that guy must be a watch collector. Like nobody buys a Ming as a daily, right?
So, you know, for the money of this Tudor, you know, I'm going to give you an Omega you could buy.
How much
That
is
will
it?
be this is like
$4,000. Yeah.
For the same money, you could buy a watch that will be respected by people wearing Platonas, Day-Dates, RMs. It's an Omega Speedmaster from the 1980s that has the presidential bracelet. It's the 145.022. That watch you can pick up for $5,000. Why would you buy the Tudor? And if it's because you really like that style and the brand, then that's fine. I respect that. But don't buy it at retail. Buy it on the grade for $3.5. But I don't know if people truly love the Tudors or if like they go to their ADs and like that's where
No,
they can be.
No, there are people that
And
do
so
love Tudors, and there's nothing wrong with that. For example, I'm in the Nashville group with Logan Hall and Mr. Tudor to you and a couple other people. And
Yeah.
Mr. Tudor to you got a new Burgundy 5-link Tudor, Black Bay, and it's fantastic for him. And it looks it's a great addition to his collection. And he actually has the previous version, like a vintage version of the same thing. So he loves Tudor, and those people, you know, they know what they're doing. They're making a
Right.
conscious decision to collect the brand, and they
Yes.
love the brand.
And that's fine.
But yeah, that's not only fine, it should be celebrated and applauded. But for entry level people, we're actually helping them. We're actually, you know, other people who are saying Tudor's a great watch. Tudor's just as good a quality as Rolex. Those people are giving those entry level collectors bad advice. We're actually giving them good advice, which is don't buy Tudor ever. Think carefully about what you like about the Tudor and get a Rolex instead.
We've all gone down that road. I want to say perhaps the first watch I bought for myself was an old Tudor Day-Day. It's reference 94510. And I was in college. And I loved it. I love the old Tudors. I love the vintage Tudors. But I moved on from that, right? Then I got my grandpa's Rolex. And then it was like, oh, Tudor. Like, no, thank you. And I just know, maybe not everybody, but a large majority of people that get into watches, they see Tudor. It's a good entry level, but they don't have the knowledge of like that Speedmaster I just referenced, or you know, if they've got a big wrist, like you can buy a 2008 Planet Ocean that, in my opinion, rivals a Sea Dweller. We're talking a $12,000 watch that you can buy for $4,000 right now, and people just don't know about it. So that's my thing with Tudor. Is just it's not necessarily bashing on the brand. It's more so trying to help people skip that first domino where they're going to lose their ass financially, and they just didn't have to experience it to begin with.
You people are a bunch of morons.
Tell
No.
us something we don't know.
You're a moron because you want that pink Tudor just because it goes over retail. That thing's hideous as all hell.
And I want the Black Bay 58 GMT on rubber.
Why?
Yeah, why, Brian? That's just dumb.
Does your mayor sell Tudor? Is that what's going on?
I like GMTs. I need to have a GMT that I can wear into places that you're not comfortable wearing a Rolex. You get the reliability of that movement.
Where, you know what?
What else? Hold on.
Don't buy watches then if you're not comfortable wearing them.
Hold on, idiots. Listen to me. First of all, we're only 5% of the watch market. Watch enthusiasts are only 5% of the watch market. The other 95% of the people that buy one or two watches Tudor's great. Now,
Which is why you don't want to buy a Tudor, because you don't want to be lumped in with the 95% of casuals who accidentally buy a Tudor by mistake.
and they're the same morons that walk in and see Omega and buy it at retail, and see Breitling and tag and buy them.
But
at
at least
retail.
at least when you see them in line waiting for It's a Small World, they're wearing an Omega.
Our message, Brian, is to the 5%. It's not to the 95%.
Now, to the 5%, I will say that Tudor is doing some interesting stuff. They're doing things that are different, and they are very much in the same model as AP, where they've got one basic case shape that they love to work to death.
That's true.
But they're doing it at $4,000 to $6,000.
You know what, though? Being different and unique does not make it great. That's something, just because something is limited or because it's different or because it uses a different material doesn't make it aesthetically beautiful.
Now, if you want to discuss aesthetics, then there's no argument there, because aesthetics is all perspective and it's all personal. I don't like this watch personally, but
right.
I'm not
But
going to argue.
Aesthetics is, everybody can see a beautiful woman and say she's beautiful. Everybody can see a Ferrari and say that's a great looking car. Yeah, there's going to be a couple people that are like, I don't like brunettes, or not a fan of the fins, right?
No, not everyone's going to look at Diego, at your wife or my wife, and go, she's beautiful, because Mathis likes 80-year-old fatties. So
right.
Oh
So I'm just
my
saying,
God.
like I don't. Looking at this watch, looking at the blue, a black ceramic watch with a blue dial. No one's done it before. True. But that doesn't move the scale. That shouldn't be a reason to buy this watch. It really shouldn't. $5,000. You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna drop $5,000 just because they did something no one else did before? Maybe there's a reason nobody else did this before.
Well, it is kind of odd looking, but I will say, if I'm standing in line at It's a Small World and I see somebody wearing a Tudor, I'm more interested in talking to them than somebody that's wearing some Omega Swatch Group shitter.
I don't judge people based on the watches they wear, Brian.
I do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. By the way, speaking of judging people, I want to say hi to Collector Invest, who's in the chat. What's up? Hope you had a great 4th of July. I want to say hello to Lord of Fleck. Lord of Fleck's in the chat. And I want to say hello to other people. Gildan. Yeah, Gildan. What's up, Gildan? How were the fireworks at Disney World?
Oh my
Phenomenal.
God. Yeah. I'd actually never been. I hadn't been to a Walt Disney World fireworks on 4th of July ever.
Below the speed limit, Logan Hall.
Can you do me a favor, OC?
Yeah.
Can you Google 1957 Tudor, please? The original Submariner. I've mentioned it a lot. I like the vintage stuff, and as soon as OC pulls this up, if Tudor made, like, there's a lot of brands right now doing one-of-ones, right? Breitling is doing it with their AVIs, and Omega did it with the 321. If Tudor came out and they said, all right, we're just going to do a one-of-one of this watch, I would be taking a day off work to make sure I was the first to get it. I love this watch. I love this design. Yeah. This is perfect. This is incredible.
It's a mini sub.
Yeah, I think it was 37 maybe. I can get down with this.
Yeah, but why would they do this? Is it just like a Rolex copy? I mean, even the Mercedes hands, there's nothing.
And that's the thing that people forget, is the only Tudors that had the snowflake hands were the French Submariners that they made for the French Navy. And everybody seems to think, oh no, it's Tudor DNA. Well, no, it's not. Tudor predominantly used Mercedes hands for all of their sports pieces, not the not that 2 register chrono, but these, yes. Submariners, yes, they did.
Hmm.
And it looks so much better. And I don't like how tall the applied indices are on the current Tudors, where they do the loom plots.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks like Tic Tacs. I'm not down with that. I'm not down with the bracelets. Like, this would be perfect. And I would buy this. And CloudCan says that's pretty much the Black Bay 58. Yes, but you've got
Black Bay
snowflake
54.
hands. Yeah, 54. Yes, but you have the wrong hands. You have the wrong loom. You have the wrong bracelet. And you got a thicker case. They need to get their cases figured out. The thickness is, I really believe the thickness of their cases, or at least the profile of their cases, is turning away a lot of enthusiasts. There's no reason that they should have those slab-sided cases. They didn't before. I really feel like it might be Rolex telling them, like, stay in your lane. You're not copying the Oyster case ever again.
Here's a 54.
Yeah, it's close. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
What do you
I agree.
think?
Like, they could just do the regular hands. No, don't do the snowflake hands on this one. Just do.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brian.
I think at the 58 and the original Black Bay are pushing $5,000 for the regular 3-hander now, 4,300, somewhere around there. I think the big problem that Tudor's got is if Submariners are sitting in the case at 11,000, what happens then? How many people are picking up a Black Bay now because they can't do the waitlist thing with the ADs?
Nobody.
Yeah. I bought the Tudor Black Bay 58 blue when it was 3,600.
Yeah.
And it was 4,000 with tax. And sold it for $2,000.
But you could have sold
Mainly-
it. You could have made money on it had you flipped it quicker.
Yeah. Well, like I don't know about making money, but I could have probably, it would have been close. I waited too long. Every month that went by, every quarter that went by, every half year that went by, it lost a few $100.
I'm going to give Tudor some accolades here because what they do right, in my opinion, is quality control, and they're really good at finishing. The crown on a Tudor is incredible. The bezel action is amazing. I've never heard anybody have an issue with the movement. So they have the capability to do amazing things, but I really do believe they're being, there's like some unspoken rule between them and Rolex that's like, yeah, we were partners in the past, but you guys went out of business and this is a new venture. We're not partners anymore. You don't get to share the same DNA. You have to create your own path going forward. And when I spoke with the VP of Tudor North America about Mercedes hands, I said, will you guys ever do Mercedes hands? And he said, no. And I said, why not? And he said, it'll never happen. I said, why? He says, well, Snowflake's in the DNA of Tudor. And I explained to him the same thing about the French Submariners. I said, well, it's not really. So why can't you do Mercedes hands? And he says, we'll never do Mercedes hands. And that to me kind of reinforces what I think is happening.
Don't forget they had to do a huge recall on the Black Bay GMT when it came out first because of the date. They had a date jump issue
That's
with the
true.
first year of production. But
is
that
true.
was also
Yeah.
the first. That was also the first time they used that Kinesi joint movement.
Yeah, and even the Rolexes, when the 72-hour power reserves came out, they were having some issues, and they fixed that pretty quick. So I forgive Tudor for that small hiccup, but Like I said, they've
It's-
got the capability to do incredible things, but I don't think they're allowed to.
No, but what they are allowed to do is to draw on some of Rolex's heritage and pull some of those heritage pieces, and at the same time do some of the crazier shit that Rolex would never allow themselves to do with this black and blue ceramic and a silver
Yeah.
case.
Give Tudor props for the Pelagos 39, right? That is kind of like the test bed for the Yachtmaster 42.
Yeah.
Even the chamfers on the lugs are very similar. So they're not all bad. But if you're in the 5% that you mentioned and you want to get into collecting watches, don't go to your AD and buy it retail. If you really love it, please buy it gray. But also be aware that there are so many other amazing watches out there for less or the same money that you'll enjoy more. I mean, who wouldn't want a Speedmaster over this?
Yeah.
Besides Brian.
There are other things that they can do to make it more vintagey. Like it would be cool if it had an oversized crown. You know, I like the fact that it doesn't have crown guards. I like that.
Yes.
I actually love that. But I'm expecting to see like an oversized, you know, that crown just doesn't look right sized for the vintage vibe. I'd like to see regular normal hands, and there's something to be said for nostalgia too, like that old Rose logo that they had. Like put that somewhere. Like put it on the crown or hide it somewhere. You know,
Yeah.
give
And
something
you know what?
something special for people to find, like a little like an Easter egg somewhere where the rose is. You know,
Maldives made a great point too. Can you pull up the 57 Tudor? It might be a 56, I don't remember, but it had the pencil hands. You know, they could get away. They might be able to save this if they do pencil hands. It's
yeah, let
not
me find it.
this one. I think some of the Tudor Black Bay 54 ads, they actually had the original next to it. Kind of like a, this is where we came from kind of thing. And that one had the pencil hands. That would be, I'd be on board with that too. There you go. Look at that. Jesus.
Yep. Very cool. I love that old style of Tudor, the Tudor name.
Yeah. Yeah, I love everything about this watch.
Hello to Billy Jeans and hello to comedic legend Daniel Katz. What's up, guys? Thanks for being in the chat.
And hello back to you. Oh, sorry.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. Here we go.
The words expressed by Big Meat do not.
Oh,
what's the expression?
no.
Gentlemen,
Good
Sir?
evening, Big Meat. Happy 4th of July to you. Hope you had a great day. What was up in Meekland?
I mean, hey, it's another wonderful day. God bless. You know, it's kind of a rainy 4th of July, but I got a little barbecue in. You know, got some glizzies on the grill, and yeah, I'm about 18 in.
Did you say
18 in?
Did you say glizzies? Did you say glizzies on the
Yeah, I call
grill?
them
What's
glizzies.
that?
You got a problem? You got a problem with me calling them glizzies?
What is? I don't. I'm not familiar with that term. What does that mean? Does that mean
Forget
dogs?
about it. Yeah, it's dogs. All right, it's
Oh.
dogs.
Glizzies?
It's also kind of it's kind of a sad day, isn't it? OC, it's kind of a sad day.
I don't think so. Is it sad?
I
is it
think
because of
I think
the election?
I think it's a fucking travesty, honestly. You want to know why? Because for the first time in what 12, maybe not that long, but for the first time in a very long time, we didn't see Joey Chestnut regain his crown. All right, he's been banned from the Frankfurt eating contest for whatever reasons. All right,
Oh.
it just doesn't feel the same. It's like Santa Claus dying on Christmas. You know, it just doesn't feel the fucking same.
Why was he banned? Is it because he won too many times and they just restricted him, or what's the
No,
deal?
he
I mean,
wore
that's
a
the
shirt.
theory. No.
He wore a
It's
shirt
because
of
he
some
signed a
competitor, didn't he?
contract. No, he signed a contract with an all vegan, and it's kind of ironic, an all vegan hot dog brand company. And the Frankfurt Eating Contest didn't like that, so they just banned him.
Hey,
That's pretty funny.
that's pretty cool. They're like, we're not putting up with this PC shit anymore.
I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, though, it is what it is. I mean, look, I mean, yeah, it's a decent 4th of July. I mean, we still got an hour of it left, and yeah, like I said, I'm 18 in, so I mean, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good.
18 glizzies in or cervezas?
Yeah, cervezas, senor.
Shout out to thanks, Diego. Let's see here. Patrick Bertoletti crowned new winner of the Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest after Joey Chestnut was barred. Interesting.
I guess. I mean, I guess it's just not the same, man. Who gives a shit anymore?
Yep. He wolfed down 58 dogs in 10 minutes.
Yo, Big Mac, whatever happened with the Datejust you got that time, the black one?
Oh, I don't know. That's probably sitting in some pawn shop. I got rid of the thing.
Oh, you
God,
did?
it's been
How long
ages,
did you
yeah.
have it for?
I don't know, like 5 months.
Only 5 months?
Something like that, 5-6 months, and then yeah, I got the call for the Batgirl. So I mean, buying garbage does work, guys. I mean, buy the garbage, buy the garbage, buy the jewelry, buy the garbage, and you'll get what you want.
I got to jump off, but I'll be listening. Don't kill the stream.
Later,
Yeah,
Diego.
it is midnight. So
12
midnight
o'clock.
where you? Yeah. America's an hour and a half behind.
America's listening at the very beginning of the show.
He's like, wait, what the hell? I thought Wales was a separate island. Yeah, he's like an hour behind.
So he's not going to hear us say that. He doesn't even know.
No, he can't. We pulled up his comment. And he's not going to know that we pulled up his comment because he's watching.
He's not going to know for about an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah,
He may be watching. He may be watching a stream from 3 days ago and commenting over here. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows what's going on.
Why are we sympathizing with tutors, gentlemen? Why are we sympathizing? Like, I miss the days when gatekeeping was a thing. Like, I miss the days when we call out people for being poor. Like, why are we sympathizing with tutors?
Yeah, but look, there are people like Brian, who's definitely not poor, who's actually considering buying tutors.
Yeah, because he's doing it for an angle.
No, I'm doing it because I want them.
Brian puts them in his fun collection.
Yeah, okay, whatever. I mean, whatever.
Fun watches that you just keep on the shelf.
I'm old school. You know, I'm like Feach, you know, from The Sopranos. I'm old school, man. I'm too far in practice here nowadays. I don't get why we praise people for buying garbage, like, you know, like Buckley's, you know, Tiffany Paddock. Nobody gives a shit about that fucking Granny Paddock. Like, why are we praising?
Yeah, they
that?
do.
Seriously.
Yeah, people do care. That's an amazing accomplishment to get that from Tiffany & Co.
Yeah, if you got no fucking taste, sure, I guess. I mean, hey, Mazel Tov.
What do you mean no taste? It's a Patek Philippe annual calendar. It's a beautiful watch.
Fucking boring. I'd rather watch bird shit bake in the hot sun, honestly.
Oh, you were at Epcot today.
Watching bird shit bake in the sun?
Oh, there's a lot of baking in the sun.
So yeah, what do you put on your dogs? Big meat.
I've actually been told I do it controversial. So you got
You
your
like ketchup, like
traditional.
you like ketchup like
I
I
do
do,
the
right?
ketchup. I do the ketchup. I didn't get the mustard this time. I'm not a big fan of relish. I'm not a big fan of that. But what I've told that I've been told that I put. See, I like to put cheese, like to wrap it in cheese. Um, I've been told it's controversial. Like, I mean, do you put cheese on your with your dog or no? Like a slice
Actually,
of
I do.
Kraft cheese?
Actually, I don't. I do put a slice of Kraft singles on the bun, and I put the hot dog over it. Yep, I definitely do that. I didn't do it today, but I usually do.
See, I've been told, yeah, like I showed a few people that, and it's like, why would you do that? Sacrilege. And of course, I buy the jalapeno. I don't buy plain hot dogs. I buy the jalapeno and cheddar, and the beer bratwurst dogs personally.
The
Um,
jalapeno cheddar is the ones that are stuffed with jalapenos and they fake cheese on the inside of the dog.
yeah, so I mean, you got to
Yeah,
substitute, right? So I
I
mean,
used to do that when I was a kid. I used to get those. There used to be Oscar Mayer ones that were stuffed like that.
but yeah, I mean, apparently people took issue that I took a Kraft singles and then threw it in the hot dog bun. Like I didn't realize that was such a debatable topic.
It's
And
not.
debatable topping, if you can call it a topping, really.
I fully support it. So it's a safe space here for you if you want to bring up that topic here. I do ketchup. I do mustard. I like relish too on my hot dog. And I like American cheese.
I'm curious, though, how do you do your burger? Okay, so there's a controversy right now. Like, do you do the salt first before the pepper, or do you do the pepper first before the salt?
On a hamburger?
Yeah, apparently.
Hamburger, I usually
So
don't.
I was looking at the
put,
Reddit forums, and there was actually a heated debate. There was a heated debate on what goes on first, the pepper or the salt.
on a hamburger, I usually do neither. Believe it or not, on a hamburger, I'll do just the meat, and then I'll put if I'm doing my preferred toppings would be cheese, tomato, and Thousand Island dressing.
Really?
If I don't have Thousand Island dressing, I'll do ketchup and mayonnaise.
See, I'm very bland. I'm very white people, if you will. I usually just take the patty, throw a little Lawry seasoning salt on it, and throw it on the grill. And then the last, like 2 to 3 minutes, I'll throw a slice of Kraft cheese on there just so it can melt in the patty, and then pull it off.
Pull it off. Okay, got it. Yeah. So just melt it. Yep.
Yeah. Or do you like your cheese like essentially floppy on your burger? Do you like it not melted?
No, I put on the barbecue and I melt it for like 30 seconds on there. Yeah.
I
But
suppose
I don't
you
like
have
it
to do
hard.
yours
I
a
don't
little
like
bit different though, right? I mean, because you're not. You forgive me for saying this, but you're not really a man's man, right? You use gas, right?
I have a Weber. Yeah, it's a propane grill. But I consider that grilling. So I'm not
Do you
making.
ever use
I'm not making
butter?
I'm
Do you ever use
not putting my
butter for the
hamburgers in the
burger?
pan. No.
No, no,
butter.
I use charcoal. I'm a man of charcoal. I'm a man of actual means. I mean, I'll never fully commit to gas.
And of course, we have our meat expert in the chat, Logan Hall. He says salt first while the patties come up to temperature on the counter. So in other words, like you're not supposed to put refrigerated patties directly onto the grill. You're supposed to wait a little bit to let them defrost just a little bit or come up to room temperature a little bit. Mini dry brine. I don't know what the fuck that means. Put the pepper on right before you throw them on the grill. Okay. So in other words, salt on the patties and first, and then pepper before you put them on the grill. That's his order.
That maybe that works for burgers, but that's not how you do it for steaks, right? You put the pepper first, and then you put the salt second because the salt seals all the juices in, and it keeps the pepper in.
Are we really doing this? Are we doing meat talk here? Okay, so
No,
personally,
we're not.
Mathis, I mean, you're personally wrong, Mathis. I mean, personally, what I would do is I would just do Lawry's steak seasoning on there, and then throw just a small slice of butter on top of it before I throw it on the grill.
Okay. The butter, you got me with the butter. I'm down with that.
It's got to be thin. It's got to be razor thin. Too much and you'll fuck it up.
Razor thin what? Slice of butter? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
razor thin slice of butter. Yes. It's only on one side too. You want it to soak in. All right. You want it to soak in.
Yeah, you need to jump on the Colony one of these days and do a live from Big Meech's barbecue.
You know, I just use a cheap ass Weber grill, but it's got to be charcoal. I refuse to do gas. It's unnatural.
That takes a long time, doesn't it?
Not really. No, it takes about 20 minutes. Depends on what you're grilling, though. It really depends on what you're grilling.
And you're 99% of the time you're grilling for one person.
Yeah, but you know what? My grill's typically packed. You know, it's going to be that time where I mean, it'll be probably another month still. But yeah, usually what I usually like to do is, especially in toward the end of July, sometime around August, you know, throw a couple burgers on the grill, and then just walk down toward the end of my yard, grab a few ears of sweet corn, you know, clean that up, and then take it
Damn,
from
right
literally
out of the ground.
exactly right out of the fucking
Damn.
field. Take it from the field, walk it right up to the grill, wrap it in tinfoil, slap her on the grill, and shit, that's about as fresh as you're gonna get.
Big Mac could be right on the fucking Marlboro billboard.
Nice.
Yeah, right, you guys are boring the shit out of me. I'm going to bed.
I'm
Yeah.
ready to pass out too.
See you, boys.
Florida crew
All right.
bedtime.
Yo, yo.
Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Superstar of the show tonight was Maldives. I want to thank everybody who super chatted. By the way, I want to thank Cloud Ken. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I want to thank Gorilla Time for the €6 super sticker, and I really want to give a huge shout out to Maldives for the 100-pound super chat to show his
Maldives legend. Always.
absolute legend. So, guys, thanks for joining on this special 4th of July stream. Really appreciate it. Have a great day. If you have the day off tomorrow, have an awesome day. Have a great long holiday weekend. Peace out, guys. Good night. Upvote on the way out. Peace.